Ram Ram Rami, Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Rami, Krishna 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 Hare Ram 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 Rami.
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Friday. It is 29th of March. It is Chaitra Masa or Vishnu Masa. And it is Krishna Pakshan and Charity Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events. So it is a public holiday, Good Friday. So we shall quickly move into Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami is saying a yogi, he has to he sit in a secluded place and completely dedicate himself to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And then he merge his all mind, intelligence, everything into the soul and soul into the super soul. With that one, he would attain the Labdhopashantihi, the complete peacefulness. Labdhopashanti Virameta Purichat, and he will be free from all the materialistic activities. And in that particular state, so there is no time influence. The time is the very the destructive time, even it would ruin all the demigods who are ruling the material world. And that time doesn't affect the people who are in the transcendental state. And in that transcendental state, there is no mode of goodness, no mode of passion, no mode of ignorance, and there is no exchanges between earth, water, fire, and everything else. And there is no Mahatattva or Pradhana. So all these things, they do not exist in the transcendental state. So in such a way, yogi will be situated. So further, Sukadeva Goswami, he is saying, because the transcendentalists, they're always in relation with the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And whichever is not relating to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, they would leave it aside. They would leave it aside. So devotees, the pure devotee, who is always in relation with in harmony with the Supreme Lord, he, irrespective of saying that this is not Krishna, this is not Krishna, irrespective of that, he just wanted to take Krishna's lotus feet into his heart. Then everything will be transcendental. So that is how a pure devotee does. He doesn't speculate anything else, which is not Krishna's lotus feet or Krishna and his abode and his devotees, his paraphernalia. So that is devotee's mood. But transcendentalists, which is not related to Krishna, they wanted to reject everything. So it takes a lot, too much of speculation. Okay, so we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam second canto, second chapter, verse number 18. Param padam Vaishnavam amananti tat yenneti neti iti atad vusutrukshavaham visrujjadauratmya mananyam sauhruda hrudopaguhyarha padam pade pade. Param padam Vaishnavam amananti tat. Param padam Vaishnavam. Vaishnavam. So anything, Param padam, the supreme situation, the transcendental situation. Param padam Vaishnavam amananti tat. In relation to the Vaishnava, in relation to the Vishnu, Vaishnavam amananti tat. In relation with the supreme personality of Godhead, amananti. So they know that amananti. So these people, amanantad, that transcendentalists. Param padam Vaishnavam amananti tad. Yenneti neti iti atad usrshavaha. And this is yenneti, neti iti atad usrshavaha. So they everything they check whether this is in relation with Krishna or not. This is not in relation. This person is not related to Krishna. This one, anything which is not related to Krishna, then iti atad usravaha, what which is godlessness, they will avoid. They desire to avoid all these things. Param padam vaishnavam amananti tat. Neti iti atad usrukshavaha. They would like to reject everything which is godlessness, if it is not in relation to Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. Visrujya dauratmya mananyam sauhruda hrudopaguhyadha padam pade pade. Visrujya dauratmyam, and leaving all kinds of perplexities, completely rejecting. Visrujya dauratmyam ananya sauhrida, and with in good ananya, in absolutely goodwill, ananya sauhrida. So for the sake of good thing, for the goodwill, hrudopaguhyarha, hruda upaguhya arha padam pade pade. So what they do? Hruda, in their heart, upaguhya, taking them into his heart, hruda upaguhya arha padam pade pade, arha, which is absolutely worshipable. Arha padam, what they take it? The lotus feet of the Lord. Padam, pade pade, and at every moment. So instead of rejecting it, this one is not relation to Krishna, this one is not related. So what they do? They simply take Krishna's lotus feet into their heart, and then they worship that lotus feet at every moment. So that is the devotee's position. Param padam vaishnavam amananti tad yenneti neti iti atad usrutshavaha visrujya dauratmya mananya sauhrada kudopa guhyadha padam pade pade. So translation for this verse. The transcendentalists desire to avoid everything godless, for they know that supreme situation in which everything is related with the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Therefore, a pure devotee who is in absolute harmony with the Lord does not create perplexities, but worship the lotus feet of the Lord at every moment, taking them into his heart. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Saranya Mataji to read the purport?
Hare Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, Madhama, my abode, is mentioned several times, and according to the version of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, there exists the unlimited spiritual sky, wherein the planets are called Vaikunthas, or the abode of the Personality of Godhead. In that sky, which is far, far beyond the material sky and is its sevenfold coverings, there is no need of the sun or the moon, nor is there necessity of electricity for illumination. Therefore, the planets are self-illuminating and more brilliant than the material suns. Pure devotees of the Lord are absolutely in harmony with the personality of Godhead, or in other words, they always think of the Lord as their only dependable friend and well-wisher. They do not care for any mundane creature up to the status of Brahma, the Lord of the universe. Only they can definitely have a clear vision of the Vaikuntha planets. Such pure devotees, being perfectly directed by the Supreme Lord, do not create any artificial perplexity in the matter of transcendental understanding by wasting time in discussing what is Brahman and what is non Brahman or Maya. Nor do they falsely think of themselves as one with the Lord, or argue that there is no existence of the Lord separately, or that there is no God at all, or that living beings are themselves God, or that when God incarnates himself, he assumes a material body. Nor do they concern themselves with many obscure speculative theories, which are in actually so many stumbling blocks on the path of transcendental understanding. Apart from the class of impersonalists or non-devotees, there are also classes who pose themselves as devotees of the Lord, but at heart maintain the idea of salvation by becoming one with the impersonal Brahman. They wrongly manufacture their own way of devotional service by upon debauchery and mislead others who are simpletons or debauchees like themselves. All these non-devotees and debauchees are, according to Vishwanatha Chakravarti, Duratmas or crooked souls in the dress of Mahatmas or great souls. And such non-devotees and debauchees are completely excluded from the list of transcendentalists by the presentation of this particular verse by Sukadeva Goswami. So the Vaikuntha planets are factually the supreme residential place called Parampadam. The impersonal Brahma Jyoti is also called Parampadam due to its being the rays of the Vaikuntha planets. As the sun's rays are the rays of the sun, in the Bhagavad Gita 14.27, it is clearly said that the impersonal Brahma Jyoti rests on the person of the Lord. But because everything rests on the Brahma Jyoti directly and indirectly, everything is generated from the Lord. Everything rests on Him, and after annihilation, everything is merged in Him only. Therefore, nothing is independent of him. A pure devotee of the Lord no longer wastes valuable time in discriminating the Brahman from non-Brahman because he knows perfectly well that the Lord Parabrahman by his Brahman energy is interwoven in everything, and thus everything is looked upon by a devotee as the property of the Lord. The devotee tries to engage everything in his service and does not create perplexities by false loading it over the creation of the Lord. He is so faithful that he engages himself as well as everything else in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. In everything, the devotee sees the Lord, and he sees everything in the Lord. The specific disturbance created by the Duratma or crooked soul is due to his maintaining that the transcendental form of the Lord is something material. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here in this purport, so Prabhupada is mentioning, pointing out the number of people, transcendentalists, like impersonalists or non-devotees or devotees. So like these people they wanted to merge with the Lord, and which is not, they wanted to reject. So Prabhupada is mentioning everyone are Duratmas, but they are in the souls in the dress of Mahatmas or great souls. So they are excluded from the list of transcendentalists. So by the presentation of this particular verse by Sukadeva Goswami, in the first two lines, Padam Padam Param Padam Vaishnavam Amananti Tad Yenneti Neti Iti Atad Usirukshavaha. So this is some people who are doing. So Sukadeva Goswami is rejecting such kind of people. So a devotee, he is completely very arjavena, very simple minded. He doesn't put so many complexities in the tattva. So, and Prabhupada brings, there are evidences, like one is the direct evidence, and one is the Shruti, and another one is Anumana. Shruti is by heard, by the sound vibrations. And second one is the Anumana. That is, okay, there is a doubt, and we have something there. So something is happening, behind it there is someone. So there is, for example, all the nature is running very beautifully, perfectly. We must know in this one, to create anything, behind that there is a person. Likewise, when the entire system is running automatically, perfectly, there is a person behind it, Anumana. These are the evidences. And then the third one is the pratyaksha. So we see directly what is happening with our pratyaksha directly. So these are the evidences. And here, a simple devotee, he understands all these things and simply accepts the Lord as a supreme person, and he worships the lotus feet of the Lord in his heart. And Brahma Jyoti and Vaikuntha planets are, so the Lord is the Brahmano hi pratistaham amrutasya avyayasya cha. So Shashvatasya cha dharmasya sukasya aikantikasya cha. Everything is Brahman. But there are Vaikuntha planets in there where Lord personally present in each and every planet. And in relation with all the devotees, so they have got association and they derive so much of pleasure. The Lord also Sattum Vishtabhya Virjam Swanamno Vodayan Rushaha. Their happiness always increasing in relation with the Lord. Swanamno Vodayan Rushaha. So the Lord's Sattum Vishtabhya Virjam Swanamno Vrush. This is devotees and Krishna in the Vaikuntha planets. So therefore, nothing is independent of him. A pure devotee of the Lord no longer wastes valuable time in discriminating the Brahman from non-Brahman, because he knows perfectly well that Lord Parabrahman, by his Brahman energy, he is interwoven. He is everywhere. He is everywhere present. So. Hare Krishna. Apologies. So I think there was some disturbance in the internet connection. So that is from the Srimad Bhagavatam. A devotee keeps the Lord's lotus feet in his heart and he always worship. So that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Apologies if there is any voice disconnected. Okay, so that is from Srimad Param Padam Vaishnavam Amananti Tad Neti Neti Iti Atad Usirukshavaha Visrujya Dauratnya Mananyam Sauhrida Rudopa Guhyarha Padam Pade Pade. The devotee, he worship the Lord and at every moment. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall quickly move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is a letter to Achyutananda, January 27, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request any dear devotees to read any unallocated devotees who did not take a turn for a long time or a week?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, can I read please?
Yes, Mataji, please.
My dear Achyutananda, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 21st January 1970 And it is very encouraging that you have very good ambition for developing our Mayapur center. Your present program that you are constantly engaged in kirtan at about 40 places, which is very good appointments. Our first and foremost business is to preach, and by Krishna's grace, you have taken this task very seriously. It will have good effects to continue this program. So far, the Calcutta land is concerned, your ambition to have a place like Mulik's Thakurabati, the pilgrimage of my childhood, is also my ambition. When I think of Radha Krishna, I think of first the Radha Govinda Vigraha of Mulik's Thakurabati, because from my very childhood I was devoted to the same deity. But at the same time, it is not an easy task to have such a big plot of land in Calcutta city at present moment. Under the circumstances, if the small plot of land which is being offered um, ha- can be had without any condition, then you can accept it. But if they make a condition that the land is offered for deity worship, I don't think it will be feasible for you at the present moment, because you are alone. For proper deity worship, at least two men will be required for full time engagement. So I don't know how to solve this problem, because you are alone. At the present moment, you are living in the temple of Madhav Maharaj and preaching outside. So you have no inconvenience, but if you are engaged in deity worship alone, I don't know how you will preach, and you want men. What is your suggestion for getting such men? We can accept the small plot of land for future development only, but if they make this condition, we will have to immediately take up the work as well as the deity worship. I don't think it will be practical. Regarding the Mayapur land, Paramhans Maharaj has written that this side land about 5 biga is available at the rate of 600 per biga. So we do not mind to take each side land if they are available at that rate. But one thing we must assure that there is no indonation. So whatever you think, you consult with Paramhans Maharaj and request him to stay in Bengal until the land is purchased. You alone cannot manage things when the land is purchased. Send me a layout and I shall give you the plan for construction. I shall expect a report in your next letter. Hare Krishna. AC Bhaktivedanta Swami ki jai.
Jai. Your own Vishal A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you,
Jai.
Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. In this letter, Prabhupada is very happy, um, and he is appreciating Achyutananda Prabhu for what he is doing in Mayapur, performing kirtan many places, like 40 places it is mentioned here in the letter. And he is again and again, Prabhupada is saying that our foremost business is to preach Krishna consciousness. um, he is worried about, he has concern that I think Prabhu is alone in the place where he has to do deity worship. He's suggesting him to have more people to help him out. And um, Prabhupada is mentioning where in his childhood he used to do deity worship in the Mulik Thakurani. I think it's a place where Prabhupada was living in when he was small. In the Radha Govinda Vigraha, he was worshipping in that place. So Prabhu, he is asking Prabhu to get more people to help him out in doing deity worship and preaching, because both things cannot be done alone without help. um that's what I heard. Then um it, yeah, and he is mentioning about purchasing a land in Calcutta for that place. I think Prabhupada want um that place where he was doing these things in his childhood. That's what I understand, Prabhu. I don't understand much. Yeah, and he's talking about purchasing land and mentioning the rate of the land, if it's possible. Yeah, that's what I understood, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other takeaway points, dear devotees?
Prabhu, I take a point. I mean, it's always, as Mataji said, as well, Prabhupada always says, any devotee is far most important things to preaching, and kirtan is one of the media, but preaching should be the most ideal, like the most important thing for a devotee's life. Very good.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Oh, it is a very beautiful point. And also we need a preacher for next coming Tuesday. If any devotees are ready to readily available for next Tuesday, please let me know. Has not taken a turn yet. Devashish Prabhuji, Hemlata Mataji, Gaurangi Mataji, Malati Mataji, Meena Mataji. So this is the second round of practice session. So please let me know. So it is very simple. Take one of the shloka that you feel and share the screen and recite the verse 3 times. Read translation, read purport. What are the takeaway points from the purport? As simple as that. And add little bit of Krishna's pastime. That is called preaching. We do not have to search any words. No, we don't have to be scholarly. Simple. And then what are the takeaway points Prabhupada mentioned in the purport? And what is the Krishna Katha? Krishna has performed and Krishna's devotees have performed, adding little bit of Krishna Katha, that's it. Krishna Katha means story about Krishna's pastimes and story about Krishna's devotees. As simple as that. Nothing is complex, very easy. It is just only our feeling only. So if devotees are ready for next Tuesday, who would like to take that kind of thing very easily, so everything will be coming into Krishna will give that kind of energy and pleasure and the mood also. We just need to desire to be there. That's all. Any devotees? Okay, or let me know just maybe later on. Yes, so that is from Prabhupada's letter. So preaching is the essence, purity is the force. Preaching is the essence. Books are the basis. As simple as that. We do not have to be scholarly, or we don't have to imagine anything, or add so many spices to the preaching. Just whatever is in the books, just present it simply. That's all.
Hare Krishna.
Hare-
Prabhu, I think in this taking on this position is a bit anxiety stricken, because some of the people, some of the individuals, what I gather, they are very anxious to get it right, and that there is competition in a way where some people get more glorified and some don't. I've witnessed that elsewhere as well. So it's not this particular group. It's just an opinion I like to give, because that helps to make people relax. Because what you just said is wonderful, but I think the frame of mind has been developed that I wouldn't get customers and I wouldn't get recognized, and I would be feeling like we do when we were kids, that you're wrong and I'm right, kind of thing.
Yes.
So it's quite threatening. Maybe people need each other to encourage each other and actually get to know, but we mustn't start with glorifying in any case, because I think people feel, oh, that one is better than me. but people can be better because they're at a different stage, a different level. Doesn't mean you're not good. You know what I mean? I think that's what I picked up.
Yes, Mati. So that's why we have this is called practice.
Yes.
Yeah, this is so all devotees aligning with the books, reading the scriptures, presenting as it is. As simple as that. What are the takeaway points? Now we are reading letter and purports. What are the takeaway points? As simple as that. Thank you so much, Mataji. And when we are just preaching, okay, when we are just saying, okay, we are going to for new devotees preaching, then we may think about it. Okay, yes, whether I am ready or not. So by that is preaching practice session. If we do it at least 3 sessions, then automatically that confidence would come. Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. And from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow we have got regular Bhagavad Gita Sangha at 7 p.m. with Vipin Viharidasa Prabhuji. And I'll be there today evening in the temple. So if devotees are there, I'll meet devotees if any devotees are there in the temple. And tomorrow and day after tomorrow, Sunday as well. That's all from the announcements point of view. And dear
Prabhu, sorry to interrupt. What time are you coming to temple?
Today, maybe afternoon, we are going by 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. something like that, Prabhuji.
Okay. Any plan to go to the Londoneshwari as well? Or no?
Radha Landaneshwara temple, planning to go on the last day.
Okay. Okay, bro. Very well.
Hare Krishna. Thank you.
I think some devotees are going today. I think Vipin Pivari Prabhu is going today. I might pop in today as well. Very well.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji. Okay, so any other updates, dear devotees?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
I just have to ask, like, Saurabh Prabhu to pass this message to everybody. So I thought, like, and during the Chaitanya Prabhu, this, like, on that day, like, Gaurav Purnima, then I was stayed in, like, temple, like, whole night, like, 24 hours kirtan. So Saurabh Prabhu also stayed. And then we just discussed about, like, this Bhagavad Gita. He was saying that he has started in October 2017. So I said, now we have finished, like, and started again. So he said, you have to do something, like, because you are coming, like, among Prabhu. And so you have to do something together by how we have finished, how everything is done. So he just said, talk to you, everybody, that while you are here.
We have to do something means separate. Each devotee has to start a new sangam.
Like celebration or something, because it's like long time and it's finished now, Bhagavad Gita whole chapter. And
Yes. Okay. New things apart from Bhagavad Gita. So we have got teachings of Lord Chaitanya. So
No,
that
not new thing, but it's a celebration, like you have to do, like, because you
yeah.
finished. So, but you are coming here, so to temple together, get together, and like something.
Yeah.
Like,
Prabhu said, I think what Mataji is trying to say is to have a have a celebration that we have finished the whole Gita together, and then celebration means get together, all of us together in the temple
temple.
and do
And
something.
because you are also coming.
Yeah.
yeah, that would be wonderful.
This was something strange. Yeah. So,
Meera Mataji, did you stay till very late?
no, yeah, whole night we were there, like until 4 o'clock next day. So he also stayed until like 4 o'clock, Mangala Aarti. Then we left after that.
I was in the Mangalarati, but I didn't come in
No,
the
no, Sunday Mangala Aarti.
Yeah, understood. Prabhu was alone, right, Mataji?
Yeah, he came alone, but he stayed whole night. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm not clear what being said. Can you
then he
repeat?
said, yeah, he just said like October he has started this Bhagavad Gita from his place, like
2017. So we have finished. So we have to do like some celebration. This was Saurabh Prabhu trying to say.
So where does he want to do the celebration?
Like it's a get together in temple or something you do, like, this is something good achievement or something. He just mentioned. So he just passed this message to everyone. So yeah.
Thank you,
It would
Mataji.
be, maybe next time ask Prabhu to let us know in the group, because not everybody would know this.
No, Mataji, I don't think Prabhu meant that way. What Prabhu meant is like, see, Mataji said we have finished the Gita, Bhagavad Gita. Then Prabhu said, oh, not him. I don't think he will participate. But for us who has done the whole Gita, we should get together to celebrate after finishing. That's what it is. It's a suggestion. It's not that we have to do.
It's just a suggestion, and because Amanka Prabhu is also like coming.
And Amoga Prabhu is coming in to learn. That's why just a suggestion to get together.
Yeah, this was his suggestion. Yeah, but it just passed to everyone. Message.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Yeah, that is wonderful. So I think if devotees, Devashish Prabhuji, Meena Mataji, or Chaitanya Mataji, if you are in the temple, if you just say something, then we will be present. But for me, it is very difficult to come there. But this time I'm coming. If devotees are there, happy to meet all the devotees in the temple.
Prabhu, what time you will be around on Sunday?
We are spending all the time Saturday and Sunday until evening and take evening prasadam there and return to the
Are you coming tomorrow, Mangalarati, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhuji, tomorrow and day after tomorrow.
So hopefully I'll see you tomorrow and Sunday as well.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Saturday evening will be there.
Yes, Mataji, I'll be there on Saturday, Sunday.
Like
day.
Saro Prabhu was saying that he come on Saturday evening, so might he meet you as well.
Yeah, most of the Saturday evening, Shoro Prabhu comes. You will see him in the evening around 9 o'clock or something. He served the Pushadam in the after Saturday evening. What I have heard.
Well, I'm not comfortable with the way messages are being passed now, because I think Sarah Prabhu got opportunity to contact Amoga Prabhu to make arrangements. And I can't come on a Sunday. On Sunday, I'm coming Saturday. So maybe we can meet Sarah Prabhu, and if anything else happened, that'd be good. That'd be really, excellent. But I think, the messages should be directed back to Amuga Prabhu. Personally.
Mataji, don't take it this seriously. But, I mean, he just met Meena Mataji in the temple, and was in a conversation, he just said that. It's nothing like serious.
Nothing serious. Yeah, it's just a message. You should pass this message.
I understand. I understand because
two people, that's all. And Meena Mataji is saying this. We don't need to take it
serious. I pass it to you everyone because he asked me to pass everyone. So.
Okay, so anyway, we'll be there and then we'll discuss on Saturday by meeting devotees personally. Thank you so much for your kind words and nice suggestions. All suggestions are very beautiful and welcome. Thank you so much, Mataji. So if there is no further updates, we shall conclude and continue with Padda Japa. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha krupasindubhya eva cha paritanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta Koti
Vaishnavinda ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda
Shrivaita
Shivaita
Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jai Shri Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya Prabhu
Chaitanya Prabhu
Nityananda Shri
Nityananda
Advaita
Shivaita
Gadadhara Shrivatadi Gaura